What is up, my fellow gamers? In today's video, we are going over some of the best rare heroes from each affinity in Dragonheir Silent Gods. In the previous Dragonheir video I did, we went over all of the best epic heroes from each different affinity, so now it's only right that we check out the rares. If you are new to Dragonheir because maybe you just stumbled across this video on YouTube, I'm going to give you a brief introduction about this game. If you're already familiar, feel free to skip to where I talk about the best rare heroes. I'll have timestamps down below in the description box for you to navigate to. Dragonheir is an open world game that incorporates many tabletop RPG mechanics represented by Dungeons and Dragons. These mechanics include dice rolling, character creation, and exciting dungeon battles. Dragonheir is the second huge product released by the developers Nuverse, who also brought us the popular game Marvel Snap. All across the world in many different regions. The game also supports many different languages. Dragonheir shatters limitations by being available on tons of different platforms. You can play Dragonheir through PC on the Epic Game Store, along with Mac, yes, I said it, Mac as well, and mobile devices such as iOS and Android, with a future release on Steam. One of my favorite parts about Dragonheir is the character creation at the beginning. You can go ahead and choose from 3 different kinsfolk along with 4 different classes as well, and each have their own customizable attributes that will play a huge role in your dice checks. There's nearly 200 heroes to collect and build your ultimate team with. The heroes have a variety of different traits, elements, alignments, kinsfolks, and classes. Crafting your dream team of 5 has never been easier. Each hero has very distinct abilities from other heroes, which makes tactical skill timing very important. The game also has interactive battleground features that go ahead and play a huge role in the impact of the battle. In Dragonheir Silent Gods, it is your adventure, your rules. Aside from just battling though, you're also going to have puzzles as well that you need to solve, NPC quests, along with dice roll checks that shape and shift your storyline. Download Dragonheir now with the link in the description box. Also, make sure you check out the exclusive gift codes to get limited edition gift packs in the game. All right, my friends, let's jump into this. First affinity we got is Fire. Now, I'm gonna pick 2 out of each affinity. For the epics, we chose 3, and that video was really long, so I'm just gonna try and narrow it down a little bit more to just do 2. First rare hero we got is the Boiling Blood Neda. Focusing on the wild trait, our captain ability gives us free extra attack whenever we're in dungeon battles. Always a great feature to have. Passive ability is going to increase our success rate when we are trying to proxy that wild effect. And then for our battle skill and our ultimate skill, they're pretty much the same. We're just going to unleash a fireball on one enemy, deal a bunch of fire damage to them, while also performing a wild check, which can give us additional damage. And the second fire rare hero we have is the Blood Fang Guard Dubak. We have another captain ability, increases all our allies' defense by a percentage all battles. Passive ability is going to let us recharge our ultimate skill every time one of our allies goes ahead and suffers a control effect. And remember what I said in the previous video, anytime you're able to increase your ultimate skill, it is always very strong. For our battle skill, we're just dealing a bunch of fire damage, but more importantly, we got a chance to stun the enemy for 5 seconds, meaning they can't do anything. They can't do basic attacks or launch skills, which is very, very devastating. For a rare hero to have some really strong CC, definitely a top tier pick. Moving along to the Ice faction, aka Frost, we've got Brit, the Northland Blacksmith. This is a hero that you actually get at the beginning of the game when you start off, when you're exploring through the campaign. He can carry you a very long way through this game. He's got a captain ability which increases our max HP for all allies in all battles. His battle skill inflicts cold damage and has a 100% chance knocks the target up in the air, which means they can't launch basic attacks or cast skills, so you get a little bit of CCing. And then the ultimate skill is my favorite. Stomps the ground, deals a bunch of cold damage, but has a 75% chance of inflicting stun on the opponent. So again, we're getting a really strong tank who has that stun effect as well. So another top tier pick. And our other Frost rare hero is the Wall of the Capital. I really don't know how to say this. USA, captain ability, increasing our HP in dungeon battles, and she just does a ridiculous amount of damage to enemies who have the frost effect on them. Her passive ability, her second basic attack, deals double damage if they have frost, and then the ultimate ability does cold damage, inflicts enemies with frost, and again does double damage if they already have that frost effect on them. Really solid frost hero that can pump out a lot of damage and has good survivability. For the Necro Affinity, our first rare hero we got is the Tribal Warrior Korth. He's really good at supporting our undead summoned units. His passive ability just grants undead summon units a free attack up. His battle skill goes ahead and summons a dragon remnant. And then our final rare necro hero, the Frightful Foreman, Eluya. Captain ability, all allies increase their attack speed by a percentage in all battles. Our passive ability lets us summon a free skeleton every time we do 5 basic attacks. Battle skill, look at the range on the battle skill. I mean, it covers almost the entire battlefield. We're dealing necrotic damage to up to 3 random enemies. And then the ultimate skill just goes ahead, grants attack speed up and attack up to all allies as undead summons. So another rare hero that goes ahead and just buffs our summoned undead units. Moving along to the Radiant Affinity, aka Light, we have a really solid tank for a rare hero. As a captain ability, it's going to increase our HP by a percentage in dungeon battles. That's great. But he's just such a solid tank. He has a chance to reduce the amount of damage he takes. His battle skill does a bunch of radiant damage with a damage modifier based on his attack and defense. So naturally, he's a tank. You're going to buff his defense, so you're going to already get additional damage from that. And he has a chance to put on a debuff on the enemy attack penalty, reducing their attack. And then the ultimate skill, defense up, recovery over time. He's just a brick wall. Solid rare hero for a tank that you can't go wrong with. And then our final Radiant Light hero, we got Wizard of the Crescent Moon. I really don't know how to say this. This guy, he doesn't do anything fancy. He's just a consistent healer. He does everything you need from a support healing. His passive ability, when he heals an ally, he's got a chance to just increase the healing. Battle skill grants a shield to an ally and gives them recovery over time. So you're getting shielding, you're getting healing over time. And the ultimate skill heals all allies within range and gives them defense up. Nothing fancy, as you can see. He just gives you lots of solid positive buffs and healing, which sometimes is all you really need in certain battles. For our first lightning rare hero, we got the Forest Dweller, Irina. It's another support. We got a couple supports coming up. When she deals damage to enemies with a skill, she just grants a free shield to the nearest ally. Hey, can't go wrong with that. We got a battle skill which deals the chain lightning. You'll see the effects where it just bounces all that chain lightning bouncing from different enemy to enemy. So we're getting lots of extra damage. Then our ultimate skill deals lightning damage, has a chance to go ahead and give them attack penalty too, along with dispelling one of their buffs, which, hey, anytime you're able to remove a buff from an enemy, it's always a solid pick. And our final lightning rare hero is another one that has to do with support, the Forest Dweller, Enna. Our passive ability restores HP when we take damage that exceeds 25% of our max HP. Our battle skill grants hit recovery to an ally. So anytime they take damage, they heal, which, hey, I mean, that's almost better than just a straight up heal. And then for our ultimate ability, recovery over time to all allies, you'll see it covers the entire map, everyone, no matter where they are, and dispels one debuff from them. So overall, just a really good support hero. And our final affinity we now have is Poison. We got another Forest Dweller, Eli. Captain ability, all allies attack increase by a percentage in all battles. And this guy just does a lot of like poison damage. But what's really important with the Poison faction is the enlightenment. A lot of those heroes really benefit from having a high enlightenment number. Dealing damage to enemies under poison, we're going to deal additional poison damage, and it is based off of the enlightenment bonus. We can't trigger crit, but that's okay. For the battle skill, we gain attack up we go ahead and we also deal poison damage with a 100% chance of inflicting poison on them. So I really love the battle skill. You're just getting so much value. So many different things are happening. And then the ultimate skill, you'll see we cover a wide range of the battlefield. 3 lanes, goes ahead, shoots 3 arrows in the designated directions. And our last poison hero we got is the Whisperer support hero. And this one is actually a hero that we get for free at the very beginning of our campaign. When we first start off, we actually meet this girl. She joins our crew. Really strong support hero, has a captain ability which increases our allies' enlightenment by an amount. And like I said before, enlightenment is a huge stat for the poison affinity. So this is gonna help us do even more damage. For our passive skill, whenever we heal someone who's under 40% HP, we just deal more healing to them, which gives your heroes a lot more survivability when they start to get to that low threshold, just to constantly keep them alive. For our battle skill, we go ahead and we just heal an ally and dispel 1 debuff. Nothing fancy, just solid work. Then the ultimate skill, we just heal all allies within range. I wish this was like everyone and it wasn't a range, but even so, the range is fairly big, so you can cover most of the battlefield. So you should be able to heal at least 3 of your allies with this ultimate skill. That is it. That is some of the best rare heroes that I recommend. Stay happy, stay safe, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.